Hey guys, how y'all doing? It's me, Johnny, and welcome to the channel once again. Today is a massive day in terms of our Sorare journey because I am about to get my biggest reward ever. If you guys have seen the last video, it was an announcement for a stream that I actually forgot to delete after, but I left it up now because it's going to be one that I remember as one of the big moments in my Sorare journey anyways. You guys might have been there during this stream. We had over 100 people watching us throughout the entirety of the stream. Thank you so much for it, by the way. If you want to join in into today's stream, which I'll be doing to open the rewards, it is going to be on the channel twitch.tv/JohnnySports. Simple. So if you go on Twitch, type in Johnny Sports and you will be able to find it, or the link will be in the description down below for you guys. Now, what has happened? How did we make it into the biggest rewards ever on this channel and on my Sorare journey? So if we go into my SO5 results, my friends, you will see this week and how things have gone. All-star rare. We had Crepo conceding a goal, but still getting 47.4 points. My guy, Saliba against PSG. The plan did not really work out the way I wanted to. They lost 2-1, and Saliba didn't actually do that well defensively by the looks of things. And then Lucas Biglia, the man that I was actually wanting to sell but then decided to keep, came in with a massive point total there as my captain, scored a goal against Trabzon in a big game, and gives me hope going into the future to keep him and possibly play him even more. Chicharito and Jesus Ferreira, who I said as we were building the lineups, who don't necessarily have the best matchups, they really both struggled and they couldn't get any goal in those games, even though Chicharito had multiple goals which were kind of disallowed. So that was kind of sad to see, but nonetheless it was good to see that he can score if he gets into those positions. And Chicha is a big one for me. I personally think every time LA Galaxy plays at home, he's going to be one to watch out for. And the same goes for Jesus Ferreira, as you guys know. Going down the list, we go over to the All-Star Rare Pro. Now, this is incredible. I couldn't have picked my lineups better than I have done in this game week. If we go up the list and you see my best performers in SO5, Musa Dembele, Tsunemoto, Ferreira. Out of all my players that I have, those three have performed to the highest of highs. All those three are the ones that I have in this team along with my super rares. So I couldn't have chosen my lineups in a better way. It pretty much was the Moneyball approach. I looked at the opponents. I looked at their previous performances against those opponents. I look at the league table situation for their opponents. I looked at these guys play at home if I have the chance to. So Porto at home, 7-0 victory. Olympique Lyon at home against Bordeaux, who conceded a lot of goals, 6-1 victory with 3 decisive scores coming in for Musa Dembele, 2 goals and an assist as well. Tsunemoto with one of the best defensive games you will see. This guy's gone ahead and got me a triple and a clean sheet on top of it, which got to an amounted to a 55.1 all-round score without any decisives pretty much. Unbelievable performance from Tsunemoto. As an under-23 defender, I think he is going to be my guy throughout the entire summer. He is extremely well-rounded. And the one thing I noticed with him is, first half, his scores might not look great. Second half, his scores always skyrocket. And that's beautiful. I love seeing that because after the first half, sometimes I'm like, for certain players, oh man, he's only up to 40 points. Him, if he's like at 45, I know second half it's going to be beautiful. So Tsunemoto, amazing defender to have in my team. And it all worked out, guys. And we are currently down to the 8th position. 8th position, if you guys don't know. If we go over to the prize pool, game week 262. And by the way, we're going to be doing my lineups for the midweek as well. So be aware of that. If we go into the prize pool, top 20 get a star rare in All-Star Pro. So I am going to be getting my first ever star rare on Sorare. Now, the star rare pool consists of 100 players, around about 100 players, which means if I finish 8th, technically, I should be finishing somewhere in between the 40 to 45 percentile of the players that are in the rewards pool. Now, I was 7th, but some guy overtook me. The guy that overtook me basically if he didn't overtake me, I would have been within this price pool, I think, mathematically. That's just my thought process. From this price pool, what I'm realizing is for the 7th, it's mostly goalkeepers. Livakovic, Mamardashvili, Çakır, Takaoka, Szczesny. I think this guy's a goalkeeper as well. But I personally was kind of hoping maybe a Fanakin or a Ousmane Dembele would be coming in for me, and I'd be very happy with it. Now that I've dropped down to the 8th, if we look at the price pool there, we have the likes of Rafael Leao, under 23, amazing player for AC Milan. We have Seol Young-vo, who is unreal, especially for the Asia region as an under 23 defender. Would be competing against my Tsunemoto for sure. Serge Gnabry, who is a Bayern player. I'm a Bayern fan. Would love to have him. They are currently negotiating his new contract. Remiro, who is one of the most underrated but best goalkeepers in Champion Europe. He has some of the most clean sheets in Europe at the moment. So I would love to get him as well, so I can just get rid of this thing that I have with the Marseille goalkeepers. Gerard Moreno, who is obviously a quality attacker for Villarreal. Would love to have him. Nabil Fekir, who is one of the highest scorers in the Champion Europe region when it comes to forwards, apart from the Lewandowskis and Benzemas of this world. He is an extremely high scoring one. Then we have Rajkovic, who I want to avoid at all costs. Lucas Hernandez, as a Bayern fan, I would absolutely love to have him. And I reckon he actually goes for quite a bit. I haven't checked his price, but Lucas Hernandez, as we know, is a big player for Bayern Munich, and he currently goes for 3K. So Lucas Hernandez would be amazing as well. I would not mind that. If we go down one more page to the 45 to 50 percentile here, we have the likes of Guardiol. Thank you very much. Benjamin Pavard, Bayern player, again, would love to have him. Nuno Mendes, again for PSG, a huge under-23 player for the next season. I reckon he's going to have a better season next season as well. Nubel, great goalkeeper for AS Monaco. Verratti, beast of a midfielder in that PSG side, just a bit injury-prone. Edin Visca, who does incredible things in Turkey at Trabzon, the strongest team now, gets incredibly consistent scores. Giovanni Reina, who I love as a talent, but sadly gets injured too many times, so I would love to avoid him. Hakan Çalhanoğlu would be a nice one to have as well. And then Carlos Vela could be a good option for the America sides. But generally speaking, if we stay in the range that I'm expecting, these are the players that we possibly will be getting. And that really excites me because the 7th position actually was mostly goalkeepers. So I'm gonna basically look at it in a positive way and hope for the best. Now, for this game week, my friends, what are we going to do? By the way, the under-23s, Niklas Hedl performed really well in a loss. Harriel was unbelievable once again. Love him. He is a great defender for the America region. Very happy to have him. And the fact that he's under-23 makes him even better. Pablo Ruiz got 65 points in a 6-0 loss. So you have to keep in mind, he lost a bunch of points, 12 points due to 6 goals conceded, and still hit 65. So Pablo Ruiz is a beast. I really like him. Ayase Ueda sadly did not perform once again. It has been a couple of weeks since this man has scored, so hopefully he can pick his form back up for us. Now, going into this week's lineup builder, we only have one team that we are putting out, and it's the team that just got us 8th. We have a combination of FC Tokyo, who play at home against Nagoya Grampus. So this time around, if Morishige can get a little bit of a better score, which I fully expect he will, it was a little bit of an outlier for him to only get like 50-something points. If he gets better points, we're looking at possibly 70, 80, maybe even more points from him, which would be beautiful. And if they keep a clean sheet, obviously Slovak could be getting ourselves, again, a very high point total, which would lead to these 3 guys not having to perform to the best of their best abilities. But we have good matchups. We have Olympique Marseille against Nantes. I think the first game they won 1-0 away from home. Payet actually got an assist in that game. Saliba, I think, had like a 60-something point game. So if we can expect something like that again, especially at home, that'd be great. After the game against PSG, I'm hoping to see them bounce back. And those 2 players are pretty much set in the lineup every time. So that could be good. Moussa Dembele, who just had 3 decisives up against Stade Brestois. Again, I really do hope that Olympique Lyon can get a good game out of this one, because Stade Brestois is not really playing for anything at this stage of the season. They're just playing because they have to finish the season. They're not going to go down. They're not going to get into the European point ranges. So it is not looking too bad there. So that is the team that we're going to send in. And I am very confident, again, with this squad. Like, if the Blues can do well, we are looking at an amazing score once again, and that really, really hypes me up. Like, I can't wait to see what's going to happen there. We could once again find ourselves in some good ranges. So if we go into the next game week and we take a look at the prize pool for the All-Star Rare Pro, there are only 45 items being given away. Now, the top 10, instead of the top 20, like weekend game weeks, gets a star rare. Would love to drop back in there, but ideally, what I want to achieve is just get into the rewards again. If I can get into the rewards again, I'd be happy. I don't need anything else than that. Like, I'm obviously, you've seen me previously get hyped about the tier 3, get hyped about the tier 2 reward. All I want is to be taking part in the rewards every single week. What kind of range we land in is just an added bonus. So hopefully, if our players do well, we could be challenging for something nice here, because if you look at the lineup builder here, the saved lineups, you'll be able to see that there are only 3,768 lineups possible. When we go to a regular weekend week, you'll see that like All-Star Rare Pro has 9,961. So I'm going to be competing against much less people. And obviously, because of that, the prize pool is not as big as well. But there is a chance that I don't have to reach insane scores to get into the rewards. So that's one thing to keep in mind as well. But guys, mainly speaking, tonight, you should be there. I'm not tonight, but like I'll be tweeting about this. I'll be streaming this. Be there when we do hop onto it. The stream will be live. We'll be going ahead and opening a reward and taking a look at it and going into a little bit more of a deep dive who we would love to have in our club. But guys, I'm so excited. Thank you so much for joining in on my Sorare journey so far. And it is just the beginning of it all. This is our biggest reward so far, and it's going to be tough to beat this one out, but I'm going to try my best. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you later on during the live stream, hopefully. And good luck with your lineups this week. Make sure to do your Sorare Mega lineups as well and not miss out on those rewards if you get lucky. Have a good one. Take care. Peace.